Hey everybody, it's the Modern Refugee. We're out here at camp today. We're doing a hot tent camp. This is my first hot tent camp with my own hot tent. Um, I did put it up for a week or so in the backyard at my place and worked some of the bugs and stuff out of it. Got a little bit of a fire going over there right now. You can see back behind me here. We've been splitting wood, so we got enough wood and kindling for our evening here. Been trying out a new camp knife that I got behind me here too. It's one of those Ontario Rat 7s, but take a little walk now over to my camp, and then I'm going to show you guys what the inside of my tent looks like and how I got stuff set up. Taking a little walk over here to camp. Got our two tents set up. Brought everything in on sled. Got my dry bag there with my clothes, got a food bag, got my buck saw, and then I got my other field line pack there that I keep everything wrapped up in, tarps and whatnot. Put a couple of guy lines on this, and this is the inside of the tent. Got my military sleep system sleeping bag here. Brought a little cot with me out here so I'm up off the ground a little bit. Got my bushcraft pack, loaf of bread there for lunch, first aid kits. Also brought a little fan in here. From my experience, setting this up in my backyard for a few days, the frost inside here is actually pretty bad, so I decided I was going to bring a little fan with me to circulate the air in here and keep the moisture down. Got my stove going here just to kind of dry it off a little bit in here. Talked to my friend who's a Arctic survival instructor, and kind of asked him, I said, hey, what's three things that are kind of important about this hot tent camping and whatnot? And he shared a few things with me, and one was being able to dry your clothes out, boots and shirts and that kind of stuff, if stuff gets wet so you don't burn a hole in it, because of course these guys here get pretty hot. So I actually rigged myself up a little bit of a coat hanger here, and I've been kind of changing my shirts back and forth so I don't get sweated up when I'm working. And one of the other things he said was keep a knife on the center pole in case there's some type of malfunction with the stove. You can grab that knife and you can cut yourself out of here just in case something catastrophic happens. And another thing was having a some type of burn kit inside your hot tent, because of course, you know, we got a red hot metal box inside a tent here where we're working, so burns are a possibility, and have something to counteract that if somebody does happen to get burned. But I got my cooking kit over there, and got a little bit of a lantern. This is my bushcraft pack here. I might do a video on that at some point in the future, what I got all in that. Starting to get some wood around for the evening here. Just wanted to take a few minutes to show you guys a little bit here what I got set up here for my hot tent. Gonna cook a little dinner, go explore a little bit, and I'm gonna come back to you then. Nothing says camping than a little sausage. Hey guys, I just thought I'd show you the kind of cramped conditions inside this tent, but it's still workable. It's about 10 foot across. It's about 4.5, 5 foot high. I don't think it's quite 5 foot high because this tent pole has sunk into the ground quite a bit. I actually put a small piece of wood underneath it to hold it up. Made myself a little coat hanger here. Showed you that earlier there with my shirt hanging up with just a little piece of paracord and a little bent branch that I found. This has actually been working really good to dry my clothes up with. Pretty nice to have that here. Going to have some dehydrated hash browns and some sausage for supper. I got my little teapot my wife got me here on my stove. In fact, I'm actually going to throw a piece of wood in the stove here quick so I can keep this going. Kind of like this stove for cooking on. It's a little small, but that flat surface on it makes it nice for cooking. Plus, not using as much wood in this stove here to cook with compared to out on the fire pit. Out on the fire pit, you know, you're going through wood left and right because there's no way to regulate the air going to it. It just burns like crazy. But this with the damper on here kind of makes it nice. But it's fairly warm in here. I could probably sit in here without this sweatshirt on and I'd still be all right. But anyway, get supper cooked up here, get out there on the, get the big fire pit going, just sit around and chit chat. I'll come back to you guys. And that right there is why you have extra socks with you in all your packs, because my feet are absolutely soaked. And it's just from the perspiration of me working and doing stuff here today. So I pulled my insoles out of my boots. The bottom of the boot is actually drier than the insoles are. So I'm going to hang those insoles and socks up to dry in my tent. And I'm actually letting a little air on my feet so they dry out good before I put my regular clean wool socks on. Our sausage and hash browns are just about done. Fire's still going good, and there's my socks hanging up in the warmest part of the tent there, so it can they can dry out. So I can put those on then in the morning when we trek around. But yeah, have a plan to keep your stuff dry. When people ask me about preparedness and prepping and that kind of stuff, I can't emphasize enough that just you got to get out and try your stuff. You got to get out and try your gear. You got to get out and try things. You know, people put together their bags and stuff, but you got to spend the night outside. You got to, I guess, be in a little bit of discomfort to know if your stuff's going to work. You know, there's just so many different things that people just throw in bags and they think that it's going to, you know, it's going to pull them out of a bad spot. But I'll tell you what, the more and more I go out, you know, the less and less I actually need. I'll bring a bunch of stuff and then you end up only using maybe 10 things. So, you know, you can really pare down your stuff. But you're never going to know those things unless you get out and try it. You got to get out and try your stuff. You got to get out when it's cold. You got to get out when it's raining. You got to get out when it's not perfect outside. It's just, you know, you can learn a lot by spending the night in the woods when there's snow on the ground. There's just so many things that you just aren't going to know unless you do it. So get out there, guys, and use your stuff. All right, guys, getting ready to turn in for the night. Got the stove stoked there. Got my little teapot there with some water in it so I can make some coffee first thing in the morning. Got plenty of wood. Got my gloves there by the wood pile, so I got them handy when I tend the stove in the middle of the night. Got my boots up on some Y branches so they can dry out during the night. Same thing, I got my socks hanging up there on my little improvised coat hanger. You guys can see there, it is 62 degrees in here and it is 28 degrees outside, and the wind's starting to pick up outside. They say it's supposed to get down to the high teens, so I imagine it's going to drop outside at least 10 more degrees yet during the night. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys a little bit of our camp life here today. Anyway, this is Modern Refugee. I appreciate all my subscribers out there. Hope you guys getting a little information and a little entertainment out of my videos here. You guys have a great night.